Hey everyone, welcome back to Veteran Game, the place where we don't just play games, we pick them apart. If you love weird survival horror, atmospheric storytelling, and post-nuclear British landscapes, you're in the right place. And if you're new here, hit that subscribe button and like the video to support Deep Dive, honest reviews every week. Today, let's talk about Atomfall. Wicked Isle, the brand new DLC that takes Rebellion's sleeper hit and tosses you onto a moody, mysterious island dripping with cults, crypts, and nuclear nightmares. The question is, does this expansion push Atomfall to new heights, or is it just another rainy stroll through familiar radioactive fields? Let's find out. First up, what exactly is Wicked Isle? If you played Atomfall, you already know the vibes. Rural England after a nuclear disaster, secret societies, weird science, and a world that's equal parts charming and haunting. Wicked Isle adds a whole new region, Midsummer Isle, a chunk of land just off the base game's map. You get there by chatting with a grumpy old sea captain in Windham Village. Hop in his boat and boom, you're on the isle ready to unravel fresh mysteries and face even stranger threats. Right from the jump, the atmosphere hits you. The new area isn't just a palette swap, it's moody, rain-soaked, and almost gothic. Think Lovecraft by way of Wind in the Willows, with a dash of atompunk and just enough British oddity to keep you on your toes. 1 second you're wandering a ruined fishing village. The next you're staring at glowing blue sea monsters in a haunted seaside cavern. It's honestly some of the most visually striking stuff Atomfall's ever done. Major props to Rebellion's art team for pushing the environmental design. The rain, the fog, the weird lighting bouncing off radioactive puddles. It all sets the perfect mood for creeping dread and quiet wonder. But what about the gameplay? Here's the thing, Wicked Isle is, for better or worse, more Atomfall. If you were hoping for a total gameplay overhaul or some kind of genre-defining shakeup, this isn't it. The combat still walks a weird line between survival horror and awkward slapstick. Melee is imprecise, ammo is always scarce, and enemies are either bullet sponges or occasionally too dumb to be threatening. Seriously, if you've ever wanted to see a mutant bandit get stuck on a rock, you're in for a treat. The new enemies, like aquatic ferals and the pirate-themed mercenaries, look cool, but don't expect them to rewrite the rules. The aquatic monsters especially feel like distant cousins of Witcher 3's drowners, but somehow even more annoying to fight because, let's face it, you still can't dodge or block worth a damn. There's a new boss fight that stands out as a highlight, but most encounters will feel familiar to Atomfall veterans. Weapon-wise, it's a mixed bag. The DLC throws in about a dozen new toys, shotguns, daggers, bows, a beefy blunderbuss. Some of these feel like fun novelty upgrades, but if you found your groove in the base game, say the trusty axe, you'll probably stick with it. Ammo is, as ever, scarce. You'll still be rummaging through drawers for those precious shells, cursing every missed shot. Where Wicked Isle does shine is in its commitment to storytelling and world building. There are two main storylines on the island, one involving pagan monks, crypts, and some truly mind-bending supernatural lore, and another wrapped around pirate-themed raiders and forbidden mead that's probably glowing with radiation. The DLC also introduces a neat time flashback mechanic that lets you witness echoes of the past, usually monks performing cryptic rituals or talking in ominous riddles. It's atmospheric as hell, even if sometimes you're just awkwardly watching ghostly monks chat in a rainy graveyard. What really sells the DLC is how it ties back into the base game. Wicked Isle isn't just tacked on, it's woven in. Some mysteries you may have shrugged off in your main playthrough suddenly make sense here. There's even a new metal detector tool that sends you back to previous areas, digging up secrets you didn't even know were there. For lorehounds and story sleuths, this is a gold mine. The DLC also brings two new endings that add extra layers to Atomfall's already mysterious narrative web. Are they totally groundbreaking? Maybe not, but they deliver enough weirdness to make hardcore fans happy. Let's talk side content. Here's the honest truth, there isn't much. Wicked Isle is surprisingly linear compared to the open-ended sprawl of the mainland. Sure, there are some side quests, but most are just fetch quests or simple errands. Go here, grab this, dig that up. Some even send you back to the mainland, which is a cool idea in theory, but often feels like padding. Don't expect a ton of replay value or emergent side stories here. This expansion is about delivering one focused shot of narrative weirdness, not a sprawling sandbox of endless surprises. Now let's address the big question. Is it worth your time and money? If you're a die-hard Atomfall fan, or if you crave more of that rainy, radioactive English melancholy, Wicked Isle is a no-brainer. The setting is gorgeous, the lore is deeper, and it's packed with the kind of little moments, stumbling into a neon-lit cave, hearing cryptic whispers from monks, getting ambushed by cultists in the fog that Atomfall does best. It doesn't radically change the gameplay, but it delivers exactly what the base game fans are here for. If you bounced off Atomfall's janky combat, or you wanted a totally new direction for the series, this DLC probably won't change your mind. The bugs are still here, the combat still feels a bit like a Monty Python skit gone wrong, and the quest design is more about vibes than innovation. But hey, sometimes you just want to wander a nuclear wasteland, solve a cult mystery, and scavenge for shotgun shells in the rain. For that, Wicked Isle delivers. Final verdict? Atomfall. Wicked Isle is a love letter to fans who want more atmosphere, more lore, and more beautiful British weirdness. It's not a game changer, but it is a worthy chapter in the Atomfall experiment, a series that's carving its own strange cultish path in the survival genre. If you enjoyed this breakdown, hit like and let us know your thoughts in the comments. Are you loving Atomfall's direction? Did you play the DLC? Or are you holding out for something bigger? And as always, subscribe to Veteran Game for more honest, unfiltered takes on the games that matter. Until next time, don't drink the glowing mead, beware the monks, and keep surviving out there. See you in the next video.